Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Fordyce Center in Antioch. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. And tonight, someone is tapped on the shoulder and has to leave the dance floor. It's the first elimination game of the postseason as the field in the Predators Cup is going to go from 8 to 7. It's the Tennessee Outlaws, the 8 seed, taking on 5-seeded JPII-MLK. Chop, chop, here comes the axe. Who avoids it tonight? We'll find out in about an hour and a half. As we're on the South Rink tonight, I think this is the first game of the entire season being played on the South Rink here in Antioch. Of course, Antioch opening the time slots a little more for GNASH in this postseason, which is good, so it doesn't take us until the end of March to play the entire postseason. But yeah, big one tonight. Win or go home. All right, let's go over the final scores from Monday night. There were 3 games in the first round of the Predators Cup. It was 1-seeded Innsworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb beating the Tennessee Outlaws 6-3. 4-seed Summit Page beat JPII-MLK 6-2, and 3-seed Montgomery Bell beat Franklin, 6-seed Franklin 5-1. And 2 first-round Hein Cup games were held. 2-seed Rampage, the defending champs, beat Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill, the 7-seed 10-2. And in the 1-versus-8 matchup, it was 1-seed Station Camp Liberty Creek beating 8-seed Montgomery County Rangers 8-1. Going on right now on Rink A at Centennial in the third period, it is the 4-versus-5 game in the Hein Cup. 4-seed Centennial FRA leading 5-seed Brentwood 5-4. An Andrew Sally, Drew Stratton goaltending matchup has devolved into a goal fest. I am really quite surprised by that. I would have pegged 2-1, but I'm not surprised that it's only 1 goal. That could go into that. I would not be surprised if that went into overtime. The other games being held tonight in addition to this one. The other remaining first-round Henry Hein Cup matchup at 8:30 on Rink B at Centennial. 6-seed Independence BAUSN Nashville Christian taking on 3-seed Father Ryan. Indy beat Father Ryan in the regular season, so could happen again. And the remaining first-round Predators Cup match at 8:40 on Rink A at Centennial. 7-seed Hendersonville beats Lawson taking on 2-seed Ravenwood. The loser of that game plays tomorrow night against Franklin over on the North Rink here in Antioch, and we'll be here for that one too. So yeah, we got 3 games going on right now. Or we got 1 game going on right now and 3 more to come tonight. All right, so let's talk about the 2 teams playing our featured game tonight. First up, the Outlaws lost 6-3 to Innsworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb on Monday night, so here are their playoff stats so far. A.J. Malloy, the leading scorer, he has 2 points, both from goals. Clive Keeler has a point from a goal. And Malachi Hogan, Nico Pulley, Logan Wood, Ben Kelly, and Cam Miles all have a point from an assist. On to goalie play, both of the Outlaws goalies got game time on Monday. Dawson Reynolds started the game. He played the first 2 periods. The first 2 full periods. So because he gave up the game-winning goal, he got the loss. So his record in the playoffs so far, 0-1-0. Played 28 minutes, goals against average of 7.5. He allowed 5 goals on 23 shots, turned away the other 18. His save percentage in the playoffs so far is .783. And Justin Iannuccilli played in the third period. So obviously no decision since the Outlaws never came back and tied the game with him in net. He played 14 minutes, allowed 1 goal and 6 shots, turned away the other. 14 minutes, goals against average of 3 even. Allowed 1 goal and 6 shots, turned away the other 5. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .833. As for JP2, coached by Justin Clark, lost 6-2 to Summit Page on Monday night. So let's look at their playoff stats so far coming into tonight. Everybody's got 1 point Saxon Clements and Cade Ziemendorf each have a point from a goal, and Nick Pellegrino and Oscar Ford each have a point from an assist. And it was Jacob Benoit who played that game on Monday night. So his record in the postseason so far, 0-1-0. He played the full 42 minutes, goals against average of 6.43. He allowed 6 goals and 27 shots, turned away the other 21. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .778. As both teams are out on the ice for the warm-up, and the clock is now running. So we'll be back here tomorrow night at 8:25 for an 8:30 face-off between Hendersonville and Franklin in the other game in the losers first round of the Preds Cup losers bracket. The winner of this game advances to the Preds Cup Losers Bracket quarterfinals and will play next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, February 12th at 7:10. No, correction. 8:40 on Rink 8 at Centennial against the loser. Against either, hold on, let me pull up my bracket here. Winner of this game will play either Montgomery Bell, Hendersonville, or Ravenwood next Wednesday at 8:40 on Rink 8 at Centennial in a losers bracket quarterfinal. So once you survive the first chop of the X, got to go with another one. And we'll have that game next Wednesday. Before that, the second Hein Cup Winners Bracket semifinal. That's the first Hein Cup game we're going to do this postseason. As we're inside the final minute of pregame warm-up. Still 5-4 Centennial over Brentwood in the third. And the warm-up clock runs down to 0. These two teams met back on December 11th. JP2 won 6-3. The Outlaws actually had a 3-1 lead at the end of one, but JP2 took over the game in the second and ran away with it from there. Ready to go with this one. Justin Iannuccilli going to start in goal for the Outlaws. Matthew Simmons getting the starting goal tonight for JP2 for this first period. Outlaws will carry the puck towards me. JP2 will carry it away from me. Puck in the JP2 zone. Down deep in the left wing corner. Josh Kuehn pushed into the boards. And now here comes JP2. David Bavis shooting the puck on goal right as he crosses the Outlaw blue line. It'll be turned away by Justin Iannuccilli. Puck coming around the boards. Hugo Ford trying to keep it alive at the left point. Outlaws come up with it. They bring it through center back into the JP2 zone. It comes on goal. Simmons clears it away. Josh Kuehn couldn't keep it on his stick as he came into the zone. Here's Hugo Ford. Back into the Outlaws zone on the left wing side. A shot kicked away by Iannuccilli with a right leg pad. And a stretch pass to the blue line, and Malachi Hogan inside the JP2 zone hands it off. And a shot hits the outside netting on the right-hand side of the net. That shot coming from Mark White. Now at the other end, another shot from the left wing. This time Oscar Ford, it had to be turned away by Iannuccilli. Puck on the right wing boards of the Outlaw zone. Now it's in the left wing corner. Clearing attempt held in at the left point. Nick Hollis keeping it alive. Coleman Glidewell in the slot. A shot missed the net to Iannuccilli's left. And the puck came in front, and a soft little shot from Reese Davidson missed the net. Outlaws clear the puck. It's back in the JP2 zone, picked up by Nick Hollis. Passes over to Ian Sullivan. He went off his stick and unable to control it was Elijah Freeman. It came right to him. Now the puck out at center. Here's Clayton Roach. Back into the Outlaw zone. On the right wing side, a shot turned away by Iannuccilli. And a rebound was backhanded past the net. And the puck is iced by the Outlaws, and that is our first stoppage after 2 minutes and 37 seconds of play. I am standing behind and to the left of the net that JP2 will defend for the first and third periods. So the benches side is the near side from my perspective, and the bleacher side is the far side. Draws to the left of Iannuccilli. Won by JP2, but turned right over to the Outlaws. Puck brought into the JP2 zone. And a shot from the left circle had to be stopped by Simmons. That came from Anna Markova. Will Emerson passing the puck ahead towards the Outlaw blue line. And now here's Emerson, left wing side of the Outlaw zone. Getting pushed off the puck by Nico Pulley. Puck in the left wing corner. Passed up to the left point. Hugo Ford, a one-timer, stopped by Iannuccilli. It's in the crease, and Reese Davidson couldn't get a stick on it. Puck held in at the right point by David Babas. No, correction, Nick Pellegrino. And he passes over to the left wing side. Here's Ford. Putting in front, a one-timer from Ian Sullivan, stopped by Iannuccilli. Clearing attempt held in at the left point by Nick Pellegrino. He backhands it down towards the end boards. Outlaws come up with it and clear. It's going to be another icing against them. 10 minutes exactly to go in the first. No goals on the board. It is now 6-4 Centennial over Brentwood. Looks like that was an empty netter. Oh, wow. Brentwood got a too-many-men penalty with 35 seconds left. So they were playing 5-on-5. without the goalie in net. So it's going to be Centennial playing Station Camp in the winner's bracket semi on Monday. One-timer from Hugo Ford blocked. Puck came back to him, and another shot was blocked. Now here come the Outlaws. Offside. Clive Keeler and Josh Kuehn. We're going into the JP2 zone, and Kuehn came in ahead of Keeler. Draw's going to be on the dot across from the JP2 bench in front of the bleachers. One by the Outlaws. Puck in the JP2 zone on the right wing side. Clayton Roach with it. Passes over to the far side. David Bavis clears it out. It's back in the JP2 zone. Ian Sullivan with it. Banks it off the near kick plate, or far kick plate and out. Here is Bavis, right wing side of the Outlaw zone. Putting it down low. Puck brought out in front, and a backhander stopped and covered up by Iannuccilli. It was either Winston Walker or Ian Sullivan who had that attempt. 9:06 left in the first, still no goals on the board. Draws to Iannuccilli's left. One by JP2, and a shot from Oscar Ford, stopped and covered up by Iannuccilli. They'll drop it to his left again. One by JP2. Nick Pellegrino, right point with a shot. Took a deflection and goes over to the left wing boards. And the Outlaws come up with a puck, try and take it out, but Oscar Ford grabs it, actually carries it out of the zone so JP2 can regroup. Nick Hollis backhands it back to Nick Pellegrino. Passes up the far side to Coleman Glidewell. Trying to tap it ahead to Joe, back to Hollis. Now here goes Glidewell. Banking it off the near kick plate back into the Outlaw zone. Outlaws trying to get it out. And they get it out after about 3 attempts. Now it's brought into the JP2 zone and past the slot. Just misses Chaffin Baggett. James Daniel trying to feed it there. Now it comes to the right-hand side of the net. Gabe Hill can't stuff it in. And back the other way goes Pellegrino, Nick Pellegrino. Back into the Outlaw zone, falls over on the right wing side with a puck. Got back in his skates. Now he's down low with it. Outlaws managed to come up with it and clear. Malachi Hogan. Back into the JP2 zone, pushed out of the slot to the right wing corner. And Will Emerson will carry the puck out to center. Emerson back in the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. Tried to send it to the front of the net. It was blocked. Clayton Roach, a shot, score! Emerson's shot was blocked. It came to Roach. Top of the left circle, and he fires it into the top corner on the left-hand side of the net. And JP2 with the first goal of this one. They're up 1-0 with 7:31 to go in the first. Clayton Roach in that game between these two. No, I clicked on the wrong thing. I think he had a hat trick. I think he had 4 goals or maybe a hat trick. I might have to check on that. But I got to wait. Here's Roach back in the Outlaw zone. Looked like he may have gotten tripped, but no arm in the air. Shot from Hugo Ford at the left point. Just missed the net to the left of Iannuccilli. And Outlaws clear the puck out. Here's Ian Sullivan. Bringing it right back into the Outlaw zone, but he gives it away. JP2 making a couple of changes. Puck back in the JP2 zone. Outlaws with it. Shot on the right wing side from A.J. Malloy, blocked. Puck comes up to the right point. And a shot knocked down by Simmons, and he's got it covered. It was Nico Pulley shooting for the right point. And Simmons having to come up with a save. 6:37 to go in the first, 1-0, JP2. Draw is going to be to Simmons' right. JP2 trying to get it out of the zone. David Bavis clears it out up the far side. It's in the Outlaws zone, down low. And it's cleared out by Tennessee. Nick Pellegrino trying to tap it back ahead. Cade Siemendorf dumps it back down the right wing boards into the Outlaws zone. Tennessee with it again. Dalton Alejandro passing across to the far side. Josh Kuehn, left wing side of the JP2 zone, sends it past the net to the right of Simmons. Bavis ahead to Joe Hiller. Hiller through center. Lost the puck to Alejandro, carrying into the Outlaw zone, and then Alejandro almost had it stolen. And then Alejandro gets knocked down and just now making his way back to his skates. There's going to be a penalty against JP2. No, there's not. No official had his arm in the air. Iannuccilli started to make his way to the bench for an extra attacker, but none of the officials had their arm in the air. And now here is Reese Davidson taking a shot that's gloved and held onto by Iannuccilli. 5:13 to go in the first. 1-0 JP2. And just Clayton Roach had 4 goals in that JP2 Outlaws game back in December. He's already got 1 in this one. Draw is going to be to Iannuccilli's right. Draw won by JP2 and a shot stopped and held onto by Iannuccilli. Draw one by JP2. And a shot from near the left-hand side of the net had to be turned away by Iannuccilli. It came from Coleman Glidewell. Puck cleared out by the Outlaws. Dumped right back in by Roach. Iannuccilli out to play it. Comes around to the left wing side, and JP2 will let the Outlaws carry the puck out. It's in the JP2 zone. Oscar Ford passing it over to the right wing side, and Reese Davidson, or is that Ian Sullivan? The jersey's kind of bunched up in the back. I can't really tell. Here's Clayton Roach, shot in the right wing. Turned away by Iannuccilli. Or was it blocked? I don't know if it ever got to Iannuccilli. Puck cleared out by the Outlaws. Caught up to it center by JP2. Coleman Glidewell banks it off the near boards. Back towards the Outlaw zone. Outlaws come up with it. That's back in the JP2 end. Cleared out by Nick Pellegrino. Here's Clay Roach, right wing side of the JP2 zone. A shot missed the net. They're saying Iannuccilli got a piece of it as it went by. And up, there's a hit inside the Outlaw zone. Mark White with a hit on, I'm not sure who it is just yet. It was on Reese Davidson, and somebody from JP2 came in there and gave Mark a little shove. It's Pellegrino. And they'll both go to the box. As Chris Deming, the head coach, is arguing with one of the referees about the call. So to stay 5-on-5, 3:35 to go in the first, 1-0 JP2. And hopefully the box score is okay. The box score is up, so I can see what the penalty was. Roughing against Pellegrino and White. So they both get minors for roughing. Puck in the Outlaw zone. It's out of the left point. It's Nick Hollis sending it past the net. And the puck ends up being lofted. No, they think they called offside against JP2. Outlaws cleared the puck out, and I guess it barely went out. JP2 sent it back in offside. Draw on the dot across from the Outlaw bench at center, and the Outlaws win it and ice it. JP2 with a puck off the draw. Out high, Kate Siemendorf a shot. Getting a piece of it as it went by was Iannuccilli, I think. Oscar Ford bumped off the puck on the left wing side and cleared out by the Outlaws. Picked up by Siemendorf inside the JP2 zone. And sent to the other end of the ice. Elsa Anderson making her postseason debut, has the puck taken away inside the JP2 zone by Coleman Glidewell. And then Gabe Hill with a hit on Glidewell right in front of the JP2 bench. And he's going to go to the box for it. Elbowing. So JP2 will get the first power play of the game, leading 1-0 with 2:10 to go in the first. Draw be to the right, Iannuccilli. Won by JP2. Outlaws get the puck, dump it into the JP2 zone. It's in the left wing corner. Clay Roach getting it away from Cam Miles. Now Roach behind his own net. Steps out to his left. And heads out of the zone. Yep, he does head out of the zone. Maneuvers his way to the right wing side. And now here's Reese Davidson inside the Outlaw zone on the left wing side, right at the left point. Passes across to the right point. Roach. Now Winston Walker. Correction at Siemendorf. And Siemendorf tried to pass it back, and it's intercepted. Cam Miles in the JP2 zone. A shot stopped by Simmons. Stretching out the right leg pad. It would have missed the net to his right. But he put out the right leg pad just to be safe. And here is Siemendorf. Stretch pass up the far side to Joe Hiller. Let it go off his stick right at the Outlaw blue line. He went in ahead of the puck and then brought it in offside. 59 seconds to go in the power play. 69 seconds to go in the first. Still 1-0 JP2. And those coincidentals against Mark White and Nick Pellegrino are now up, so they are out of the box. Draw on the dot. Across from the Outlaw bench at center. Won by JP2. Last minute of the first. Clay Roach at the left point. Passes over to Nick Pellegrino. Passes down the right wing. Put out in front, and a shot blocked. And now back the other way come the Outlaws. I think it's Elijah Freeman. Yes, it is. Left wing side of the JPII zone to the front of the net. A shot stopped by Simmons. And then the rebound shot past the net from right in front by Anna Markova. Under 30 seconds left in the power play for JP2. And now 30 seconds left in the first period. Here's Hiller. Passing up the far side to David Bavas, right wing side of the Outlaw zone. Passes back up top. Penalty time against the Outlaws is up. They're back at even strength. Shot from the right point. And I think Clay Roach missed the net. And now the Outlaws with one last rush. And time ran out for Josh Kuehn. He waited too long. He went to the slot, took a shot. It went in through the legs of Simmons, but he waited about half a second too late. So Clay Roach with the only goal of this one, just before the midway point of the first. And JP2 lead the Outlaws 1-0 after one in the first Predators Cup elimination game. Ready to start the second period. Matthew Simmons still in goal for JP2. Justin Iannuccilli still in goal for the Outlaws for this second period. JP2 will carry the puck towards me. Outlaws are carried away from me. Only one goal separating them. 1-0 JP2. Clay Roach with a goal just before the halfway point of the first. Puck deep in the JP2 zone off the draw. Knight's coming out with it. Through center, brought into the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. It's Oscar Ford. Around the back of the net, put out in front. Oh, it hopped over the stick of Clayton Roach right in front of the net. Had a great chance to make it 2-0. Outlaws trying to clear the puck out. It went off. Some Outlaw skates stayed in the zone, and A.J. Malloy manages to get it out on the second attempt. Was sent back into the Outlaw zone, and Clay Roach almost played it offside. Thought better of it. There's Malachi Hogan at center. Trying to dump it back into the JP2 zone and hit one of his own players, I think. Knocked it off one of his own players, and that allows JP2 to retake the puck. Clay Roach back inside the Outlaw zone. Had a man all over top of him. Off the bench, David Bavas, a shot turned away by Iannuccilli. Bavas shooting from the left circle, and then a shot from the left wing boards. Shot in the right circle, and then a shot from the left wing boards, and Hugo Forte to be turned away by Iannuccilli, and the Outlaws end up icing the puck, and that took the first 70 seconds off the clock here in the second. 12:50 to go in the middle frame. 1-0 JP2 draw to the right of Iannuccilli. Draw one by JP2. Puck fired right to the inboards. Ben Kelly sending it around, trying to get it out. Josh Kuehn clears it out, but right just outside the zone to Nick Hollis, who sends it right back in. Joe Hiller had it poked off his stick, trying to go down the left wing side. Now it's going around the kick plate to the right wing corner. Behind the net with it is Hiller. Hiller comes out to the right wing side, now goes back below the goal line, puts it out in front. Nick Hollis with a shot from the bottom of the left circle, stopped and held on to by Iannuccilli. 12:16 left in the second, still 1-0 JP2. Draws Iannuccilli's right. And Dalton Alejandro is going to kicked off the face-off dot and be replaced by Clive Keeler. JP2 win the draw. David Bobas' shot from the slot. I think it was blocked before it ever got to Iannuccilli. Puck out at center. Battle for it in front of the Outlaw bench. Goes into the JP2 zone for a moment. Knights immediately clear it out. Nick Pellegrino ahead to David Bobas. Right wing side of the Outlaw zone. Tried to send it to the front of the net. Cleared away by Nick Kelly. And then Bobas trying to send it to the front of the net. Had it go off an Outlaw stick into the air. And Iannuccilli catches and hangs on just to be safe. 11:43 to go in the second. Still 1-0 JP2. Indy and Father Ryan tied at 0 early, but Indy dominating on shots, 10-3 in favor of the 6-seeded Eagles there. Draw here was to the left of Iannuccilli. And the Outlaws win it. James Daniel brings it into the JP2 zone. It's at the end boards. Try to put it out in front. It's over on the near side. JP2 trying to get it out. It's down in the left wing corner. Put out in front. And puck clearing attempt held in at the blue line. James Daniel, a shot turned away by Simmons. And a shot from the left circle, and Cam Miles was blocked. Then another shot, score, Miles! Puck came to Miles, and he one-times it into the back of the net from the left dot, and the Outlaws finally get on the board. And it's 1-1 with 11:06 to go in the second. Outlaws coming into this game on a 5-game losing streak. Lost their last 4 games of the regular season. Of course, lost on Monday night to Ensworth. This would be a great way to snap it by knocking the 5 seed out. Puck back in the Outlaw zone. Sent around the boards to the far side. It's out at center. James Daniel passing it ahead, and Nick Hollis with it for the Knights as they try and clear the zone. It's held in at the blue line. Clearing attempt held in at the left point by James Daniel. Oh, he just held it at the top of the blue line too, because it kind of went past him a bit. He just kept it in the zone. Now Daniel's carrying it down the wall, the left wing wall, backhands it across to the right wing side. Now it's put out in front. Nobody in a dark gray sweater able to get to it. And Knights finally clear the puck out of the zone. And offside go JP2. Nick Pellegrino was still in the zone when Coleman Glidewell brought the puck in. 9:57 to go in the second. Game tied at 1. And Father Ryan out to a 1-0 lead on Indy in the 3-6 game in the Hein Cup. And here, Cade Siemendorf with a shot from in tight that's stopped by Iannuccilli. Here's Clayton Roach. Cutting through top of the left circle, shot hit the post to the right. Iannuccilli, but the rebound's knocked in by Bobas. Roach with a shot from inside the top of the right circle that went off the post to the right of Iannuccilli. And it landed in the crease, in the left-hand side of the crease with the net wide open, and Bobas tucks it in. And JP2 retake the lead. They go back up 2-1 with 9:38 to go in the second. I keep saying in the first. We're in the second, people. We're in the second. I'll be calling it overtime here in a second. Draw one by JP2. Puck dumped into the Outlaw zone. Ben Kelly behind the net. Passes it up ice. Malachi Hogan into the JP2 zone on the left wing side. Got brought down in the slot. No penalty, and a shot from center by Ben Kelly to be turned away by Simmons. It was right on goal. Up. Here's Babas, right wing side of the Outlaw zone with a shot. Stopped and held onto by Iannuccilli. 8:56 to go in the second. 2-1 JP2. Draw's going to be to Iannuccilli's left. Draw one by the Outlaws. Here's Clive Keeler, right wing side of the JP2 zone. Got off a shot, turned away by Simmons. Here come the Knights. Joe Hiller in the Outlaw zone. Bumped off the puck. Josh Kuehn into the JP2 zone on the right wing side with a shot that's turned away by Simmons. Here come the Knights again. Joe Hiller, right wing side of the Outlaw zone. Had the puck poked away. Reese Davidson with it. Backhands it up to the right point. Nick Pellegrino sends it into the left wing corner. Off the kick plate it comes to Dalton Alejandro. Clears it up the far side. Intercepted by JP2. Brought back into the Outlaw zone. Oscar Ford puts it in front. Oh, and Reese Davidson couldn't get the shot away. Oscar Ford fell over and still managed to get it to the front of the net, but Reese Davidson couldn't get off the shot. However, Ford does draw a tripping penalty. And I think it's against Clive Keeler. So JP2 back to the power play, up 2-1 with 7:57 to go in the second. No, it's against Jack Resty. Draw one by JP2. Nick Pellegrino, right circle, a shot stopped by Iannuccilli. Rebound pushed into the crease by Coleman Glidewell, quickly cleared out. Here's Clay Roach at the left point, passing over to the right circle, Pellegrino. Nice defending by Gabby Ballinger. Puck put out high, a one-timer. Hit a leg in traffic and went past the net to the left of Iannuccilli. Some Joe Hiller out high as the Outlaws clear the puck down ice. It's on goal. Matthew Simmons has to stop it. He'll hand it off to Pellegrino. Now here come Outlaws trying to keep the puck in the JP2 zone, but Knights come out with it. Clay Roach, left wing side of the Outlaws zone, a shot just missed the net to the left of Iannuccilli. Kind of grazed off his left leg pad, I think, as it went by. Minute left on the power play. Here's Hiller. Now here is Oscar Ford, left wing corner. Passing it off to Hiller, bottom of left circle, a shot. Off the right shoulder, I think, of Iannuccilli into the netting above the glass. 6:37 to go in the second. 41 seconds to go in the power play. Still 2-1 JP2. Draws to Iannuccilli's right. One by JP2. It comes on goal, or comes towards the net, and Iannuccilli stops and covers. Draw by Iannuccilli's right. Once again, one by JP2. It's in front. Reese Davidson a shot. A kick saved by Iannuccilli with a left leg pad. Cam Miles brought down, and a shot from David Bobbins turned away by Iannuccilli, and the rebound try from Ziemendorf also stopped by Iannuccilli. Here's Ziemendorf trying to hand it off at the left point to Clay Roach. Roach trying to get it back to Ziemendorf. Was poked away from him and out of the zone. Ziemendorf with it at center. Penalty time against the Outlaws. He's up and they're back at even strength. Puck of the end boards will be picked up by Ben Kelly. And he fires it all the way to the other end of the ice for an icing. 5:47 to go in the second. Still 2-1 JP2. Draw's going to be to Iannuccilli's left. Won by JP2, and a shot right off the draw from Will Emerson, stopped and covered up by Iannuccilli. Draw to Iannuccilli's left again. Won by the Outlaws. Sent into the JP2 zone. It's in the left wing corner. Knights come up with it and clear it out. There's Oscar Ford in the Outlaw zone trying to go down the slot. Puck knocked off the stick of Will Emerson. Now it's out at center. Brought back into the JP2 zone by A.J. Malloy. Shot in the right wing and to be turned away by Simmons. Puck carried out by JP2. It's Joe Hiller into the Outlaw zone. Bottom of the left circle. Sends the puck around the boards back to the near side. Ben Kelly trying to clear it out. And no icing because it hit the stick of Ian Sullivan on its way out of the zone. So the Outlaws get possession of the puck. It's on the JP2 zone, putting it in front. And a shot stopped and covered up by Simmons from right in front of the net. Not sure who that was for the Outlaws because they're all the way down to the other end of the ice. 4:34 to go in the second, still 2-1. JP2. Looks like it may have been James Daniel who had that shot. Draws to Simmons left, won by the Outlaws. Shot blocked. Josh Kuehn with a shot from out high, just missed the net to the right of Simmons. Kuehn trying to put it behind the net. Comes out in front. JP2 come up with it, and they'll bring it to center. David Bobbins dumps into the Outlaw zone, who Justin Iannuccilli almost fell over behind his own net trying to play it. He let the puck sit and then got in Clayton Roach's path to keep him away from it. Now it's behind the net, Coleman Glidewell. Trying to backhand it up to the blue line, intercepted by Josh Kuehn. Now at center with it is Clive Keeler. Had it poked away by Hugo Ford, catches back up to it to the Knights end boards. And a stretch pass to Reese Davidson to the Outlaw blue line. Oh, but he fumbled it a bit. Gets off a shot from the right circle, gloved and held onto by Iannuccilli. Puck went off his stick, and then he couldn't control it when he crossed the blue line, so he had to shoot as soon as he got within the right circle. 3:33 left in the second. Still 2-1 JP2. Draw to the left of Iannuccilli. Won by JP2. Shot from the left circle. Cade Ziemendorf had to be kicked away. Another shot in the right circle. Stop. And then the backhander scores. Ziemendorf. Ziemendorf from the left edge of the slot. Got off a backhander. With Iannuccilli screened by Ben Kelly. It went underneath. Went through the 5-hole. Slid through the 5-hole into the back of the net. And it is 3-1. JP2 with 3:22 to go in the second period. So Ziemendorf with his second goal of the postseason. Draw one by JP2. And a shot from Cade Ziemendorf off the stick of Ben Kelly and past the net. Ziemendorf behind the net. Backhanding it up to the blue line. Sent down low into the right wing corner. Puck comes around to the far side. Here's Nick Collis. Shot from the left wing boards. They get hit off the skate of James Daniel and not off Iannuccilli. Puck held in the zone at the right point by Reese Davidson. As it taken away, they try and clear it. It's held into the blue line. Now puck cleared down ice by the Outlaws. Offside warning against the Knights, the Outlaws as it went back into the JP2 zone. Now Cade Ziemendorf passing it over to Nick Pellegrino, right wing side of the Outlaws zone. Had it poked away on the back check by James Daniel. Now there's Elijah Freeman to center. Freeman into the JP2 zone on the left wing side. Gets on a shot, score! Elijah Freeman with a shot from inside the left circle that goes into the roof of the net. And the Outlaws are back within one. It is 3-2 JP2 with 2:07 to go in the second. So the Outlaws back within one. They win the draw, dump it into the JP2 zone. Knights clear it out. Down ice it goes. It'll be picked up by James Daniel, and he'll fire it up the far side. Icing. Father Ryan now leading Indy 3-0 in the second. In the 3-6 game in the opening round of the Hein Cup. Indy beat Father Ryan 5-2 back in October. But it was Zach Fonsbeck in goal for the Irish. And Zach Fonsbeck had a very tough year, only won one of his starts. The draw to the right of Iannuccilli, won by JP2, and a shot from Ian Sullivan stopped and covered up by Iannuccilli. But yeah, Indy beat Father Ryan 5-2 back on October 28th. The Irish had Zach Fonsbeck in goal that night. He struggled mightily this year, much to everyone's surprise. Draw was to the right of Iannuccilli here. Jack Karpanek in goal for Father Ryan tonight. Father Ryan won 4 of the games that he started. They only won 1 that Fonsbeck started in the regular season. Puck in the JP2 zone, cleared out by Clayton Roach. Now the puck dumped back into the JP2 zone. There's Oscar Ford. Now at center with it. It's Coleman Glidewell. Clayton Roach back into the Outlaw zone. Puck got away from him. Iannuccilli had to clear it away from the front of the net. Glidewell with a shot from the right wing boards. It's turned away by Iannuccilli. We're inside the final minute of the second. Here's Clayton Roach. Right half wall. Now just inside the right circle. Puck got away from him into the right wing corner. Now back to the way go the Outlaws. Malachi Hogan, left wing side of the JP2 zone. A shot gloved and held on to by Simmons right as we get to 30 seconds to go in the second. 30.3 seconds left in the middle frame. 3-2 JP2. Draw is going to be to the right of Simmons. One by the Outlaws, one by JP2 and cleared down ice for an icing. Draw to the right of Simmons again. Won by JP2. They try and clear it out of the zone. Held in at the left point by James Daniel. Now JP2 get it out. Here's Cade Siemendorf. Left wing side of the Outlaw zone. Pushed into the boards by Mark White. Or correction, Clive Keeler. And James Daniel pins the puck up against the kick plate, and that's it for the second. Both sides scoring twice here in the second. JP2's goals coming from David Bavis and Cade Siemendorf, and the Outlaws' goals coming from Cam Miles and Elijah Freeman. And JP2 lead the Outlaws 3-2 at the end of 2 in this first Predators Cup elimination game. Should be Hendersonville JP2 game against the Fly Bucks. No, Hendersonville Raven. Ready to start the third period. Justin Iannuccilli still in goal for the Outlaws. Matthew Simmons still in goal for JP2 for this third period. Outlaws will carry the puck towards me. JP2 will carry it away from me. If the Outlaws tie things up, and we're tied at the end of 3, we go to a 5-minute 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. And if that doesn't solve things, off to a shootout. Puck in the Outlaw zone to start the period. They try and clear it out. Knocked down and held in. Cade Siemendorf, a shot stopped by Iannuccilli. Puck put out in front. David Bava swifts on it. Back the other way come the Outlaws. Brought into the JP2 zone. Shot from Dalton Alejandro on the high slot. Just misses the net to the left of Simmons. Back the other way goes Joe Hillero, but offside or JP2. Either Bavis or Siemendorf went in ahead of the puck carrier Hiller. 13:23 to go in regulation. Still 3-2 JP2. Draw is on the dot across from the Outlaw bench. In front of the bleachers, won by JP2. Ian Sullivan. Out in front of his own bench on the near side. Oscar Ford. Left wing side of the Outlaw zone of the puck taken away. And offside. Mark White up and then Mark White knocked down Ian Sullivan after the whistle. And White's going to go to the box for cross-checking. It's going to be coincidentals. I think Hugo Ford is in the JP2 box, so coincidentals again for the second time in this game. 12:58 left in regulation, still 5-on-5. Well, they called roughing against Ford. And cross-checking against White. Outlaws with a puck in the JP2 zone off the draw. Nick Pellegrino Trying to clear it up the far boards. Puck in the left wing corner. Here's Clay Roach trying to clear it out. Bank it off the near boards. Still inside the zone at the right point. Now it's sent to the front of the net. Had to be stopped by Simmons. Not a very hard shot, though. But there's another chance in front. Oh, and missing for right in front was Josh Kuehn. I think it was Clive Keeler who took the first shot from the right point. It wasn't a very hard shot. Simmons made the easy save, but then Josh Kuehn came right in front to get the rebound, and he shot it past the net to the left of Simmons. Now the puck back deep in the Outlaw zone. Clayton Roach shot from the left wing boards. Turned away by Iannuccilli. Puck comes out to the left point. Nick Hollis' shot had to be turned away by Iannuccilli too. Now, here's Nico Pulley, shot, the right circle, score! Sorry, it was Dalton Alejandro with a shot in the right circle, stopped by Simmons. Rebound popped up into the air, and Josh Kuehn took a shot that went through the crease, and there was a JP2 player at the left-hand side of the net. It went off him and in. Clock is still running. It's 3-3. It's 3-3. They have put 20 seconds back on the board. It's 11-10 to go in regulation, and the game is tied at 3. So Josh Kuehn credited with a goal. Puck out at center. Now it's on the far side of the JP2 zone. Ian Sullivan with it. Carrying it around the back of the net. Through center. Lost the puck as he got to the Outlaw zone. It was cleared out by Elsa Anderson. And the puck went out to center and was sent back into the Outlaw zone from behind the red line by Ian Sullivan, and they call icing against JP2. So 10-11 to go in regulation. The game tied at 3. Draw is going to be to the right of Simmons. Indy on the board against Father Ryan. 3-1 lead in the second there. Barrett Teasdale with a goal for the Eagles. Draw to the right of Simmons, won by the Outlaws, and a shot from James Daniel was blocked. Puck in the left wing corner. Sent up to the far side, held in at the left point, and a shot misses the net to the right of Simmons from Ben Kelly. Puck pinned up against the kick plate at the right half wall. Outlaws come up with it. James Daniel, right circle, a shot turned away by Simmons. Puck still in the zone. Daniel with it again in the right circle. Round the back of the net, tries to wrap around, score! Daniel with a wraparound that goes in off of Simmons' right elbow. And the Outlaws have the lead, 4-3 with 9:17 to go in regulation. Draw one by the Outlaws. Cam Miles putting it behind the net. It's out on the far side. Mark White passing up to the left point. Held in by JP2. It's cleared out by JP2. Oh, and then James Daniel gets knocked down right as the puck was cleared out. And Hugo Ford is going to go to the box for interference. And the Outlaws on the power play for the first time tonight up 4-3 with 8:43 to go in regulation. Draws to the left of Simmons. One by the Outlaws. James Daniel shot in the right point. Blockered away by Simmons. Here's Daniel again, top of the right circle. Shot blocked. Puck goes out to center. Be caught up to by Logan Wood. Alejandro. Dalton Alejandro, right wing side of the JP2 zone. A shot off the right leg of, Nick Hollis. Now Alejandro with the puck again. Comes out to the left wing side. Passes out top of the right circle. Daniel maneuvers right to the defender. Shot over the net. Oh, and then Clayton Roach gets tripped. The far side of his own zone. Here's Joe Hiller, right wing side of the Outlaws zone. Whiffs on a pass attempt. Falls over. Puck touched up. Under a minute left in what was the power play for the Outlaws. Now it's going to be a 4-on-4. And it's Alejandro going off. So it'll be 4-on-4. 55 seconds to go. 55 seconds of a 4-on-4. 7:38 to go in regulation. Outlaws up 4-3. Draw is going to be to the left of Iannuccilli. One by the Outlaws and cleared down ice. Picked up inside the JP2 zone by Ian Sullivan. Puck put out in front. Outlaws come up with and cleared away under 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. JP2 with a puck in their own zone. Passed out to Oscar Ford. Now here's Joe Hiller inside the Outlaws zone on the right wing side. Going to the front of the net, and the puck taken away. Penalty time against JP2 is up. They're now on the power play for 65 seconds. Hugo Ford out of the box. Had a man maneuver around him. It was James Daniel. And then Daniel lost the puck going to the front of the JP2 net. Back the other way goes Ford. Shot from the left wing side of the Outlaws zone. Blocked away by Iannuccilli. Passed out to the blue line. Clayton Roach passing it down the right wing to Nick Pellegrino. He takes a shot and it's gloved and held on to by Iannuccilli. 37 seconds left in the power play. 6:14 to go in regulation. It is still 4-3 Outlaws. Early in the third, 3-2, Father Ryan over Indy. Barrett Teasdale has gotten the Eagles within a goal. Draws to the right, Iannuccilli. One of the Outlaws and cleared down ice. Oh, and Elijah Freeman tried to deke and he lost the puck. 20 seconds left in the power play for JP2. Clayton Roach, left wing side of the Outlaw zone. Passes across Pellegrino. Shot in the right circle. Turned away by Iannuccilli. Puck put out in front. And a shot covered up by Iannuccilli. He's laying on it. Draws to the left of Iannuccilli. Penalty time against the Outlaws is up. They're back at even strength. JP2 with a puck. Joe Hiller a shot. Or sorry, Clayton Roach a shot. I think it was turned away or blocked. Now back the other way. Come the Outlaws up. Yep. Puck brought into the JP2 zone. Oh! Tried to pass it ahead to Dalton Alejandro, just a touch too far. That was Josh Kuehn trying to get it to Alejandro. Now here is Joe Hiller. Back into the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. Shot missed the net to the left of Iannuccilli. Clayton Roach holds it in at the right point. His shot blocked, and now back the other way comes Josh Kuehn. Kuehn in front, shot, score! Kuehn shoots it into the top corner on the right-hand side of the net for his second goal of the period end of the game. And the Outlaws are up 5-3 with 4:56 to go in regulation, and a furious Matthew Simmons breaks his stick on the crossbar. And it looks like the 8 seed is going to knock off the 5. JP2 went up 3-1 in the second, and you felt that they were going to run away with it. Outlaws got within 1. And here in the third, they've tied the game and taken the lead. At the other end, the shot, score! Joe Hiller closing right in on the right-hand side of the net and firing it in. JP2 back within 1. It's 5-4 with 4:41 to go in regulation. Draw one by JP2. They've got it in the Outlaw zone. And Outlaws come up with it, and they're going to end up icing it. Draw to the left of Iannuccilli, won by JP2, shot blocked. Here's Ian Sullivan, right point. Slap shot blocked in traffic. He gets the puck back, trying to maneuver it down the right wing. Passes out to the blue line, Clayton Roach. Puts it in front. Bevis, shot stopped. Oh, what a save by Iannuccilli. Iannuccilli with 2 terrific saves in about a second on David Bavis to keep the Outlaws ahead by 1. Here's A.J. Malloy stealing the puck shot. Oh, off the post to the left of Simmons. A.J. Malloy stole the puck right in the night slot. Went right to the net and shot it off the post to the left of Simmons. Here's Nick Hollis, left wing side of the Outlaw zone. A shot stopped by Iannuccilli. Rebound stopped by Iannuccilli. Babas trying to stuff it in. Iannuccilli's got it covered. Man alive. Great chances at both ends of the ice. Malloy hitting the post. And then at the other end, David Babas making Iannuccilli work to keep the puck out of the net, and he does. 3:10 left in regulation. It is still 5-4 Outlaws. Draws to Iannuccilli's left. One by the Outlaws. They get it out of the zone. Puck out at center. Now it's back in the JP2, and Nick Pellegrino sending it up the far side. It goes into the Outlaws zone. Outlaws managed to get it out. Now Pellegrino again inside his own zone. Passing it up the far side once more to Coleman. Glidewell gets knocked down. Takes a hit from Elijah Freeman, and he's down. Glidewell still down after the hit from Elijah Freeman. Justin Clark walking out onto the ice to check on his captain. Yelling at the officials as he walked by because there wasn't a call. 2:32 to go in regulation. Outlaws up 5-4. Glidewell back in his skates, help back to his skates. And he will skate back to the bench. Draw is going to be on the dot across from the Outlaw bench in front of the bleachers. It's won by JP2. Sorry, won by the Outlaws. It ends up with the JP2 zone. Nick. Oh, wow. Clive Keeler with a big hit on Nick Pellegrino in the right wing corner. Pellegrino back in his skates, clears the puck out. Now it's back in the JP2 zone again. Puck sent around the boards to the far side. Held in. James Daniel, a shot. Josh Kuehn, a shot from the left circle. Gloved and held onto by Simmons. As Pellegrino is going at Keeler for that hit. Draw is going to be to the right of Simmons. Outlaws with a puck off the draw. Chopped out of the zone, Joe Hiller. Hands it off to Oscar Ford at center, but it's fumbled and brought back in by the Outlaws on the right wing side. Josh Kuehn hands it off Alejandro, bottom of the right circle. Tried to go to the front of the net, lost the puck, taken by Hugo Ford. Matthew Simmons being called to the bench for the extra attacker. Net is empty for JP2. Clay Roach falls over inside the Outlaw zone. They clear the puck out. It'll be an icing. 83 seconds left in regulation. 5-4 Outlaws. And the Knights are going to take their timeout as they are 82 seconds away from having their season come to an end. It's now 4-2 Father Ryan over Indy. And the Hendersonville-Ravenwood game not being live scored. So no idea what's going on there. That's the last game in the first round. Loser of that game plays Franklin tomorrow night here at Antioch. We'll have that game for you. $8:25 pregame, 8:30 face-off for that one. Timeout done. Draws to the right of Iannuccilli. Won by JP2. Again, the net empty for the Knights. Shot from Kate Ziemendorf at the blue line. Stopped by Iannuccilli. Knights trying to clear the puck out. Held in by Clay Roach. Roach carrying it down the left wing. Now here's Ziemendorf again shooting to the blue line. Stopped. Rebound. Oh, Iannuccilli laying out to knock down a rebound try. We're in the final minute of regulation. Puck passed over right circle, shot. That was Nick Pellegrino missing, I think. JP2 keeping it alive. It's in the left wing corner. Outlaws trying to clear it out. Held into the left point by Ziemendorf. Trying to just send it to the slot. It's intercepted. And it's going to be iced from center by Cam Miles. 32 seconds exactly to go in regulation. 5-4. Outlaws. Draws to the right of Iannuccilli. Won by JP2 under 30 seconds to go in regulation. Big battle for the puck on the left wing boards. Outlaws come up with it and ice it with 15.3 seconds left. Draw is going to be to Iannuccilli's right. Can they hang on for just 15 more seconds? Is won by JP2. Puck at the end boards behind the net. Trying to pin it up against the kick plate. 5 seconds left. Puck put out in front. Kate Ziemendorf shot. Gloved and held on to by Iannuccilli. And that's it. The Outlaws knock JP2 out. The 8th seed is still alive in the Predators Cup. Wow. Well, I picked JP2 in the newsletter, but the Outlaws proved me wrong. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The Outlaws are still in it, and JP2's season is over. The 5 seed who won 10 games in the regular season are the first team leaving the dance floor for the entirety of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season. GNASH season. They're the first team to be done. I never would have imagined it'd be JP2. But the Outlaws do it. They trailed 3-2 after 2, scored 3 times in the third, and they win by 1. Wow. And now they will play either MBA, Hendersonville, or Ravenwood next Wednesday in a loser's bracket quarterfinal. Man alive. Cade Ziemendorf had that chance right at the end of the game, and Justin Iannuccilli Iannuccilli, I don't think he gloved it. I think he knocked it. No, he gloved it and then he threw it away. The Outlaws with another big win this season. Of course, they beat Ravenwood back in October, albeit a 10-man Ravenwood. But tonight, they beat a full-strength JP2.
Thanks.
We're out quick this year. All right, I'm just doing some Facebook stuff real quick. And then I'll go over the goal scorers. All right, so the goal scorers in this one. For the Outlaws, for JP2. We'll start with JP2 since they were losing game. Cade Ziemendorf, Joe Hiller, David Bavis, and Clayton Roach with the goals for JP2. And for the Outlaws, 2 goals for Josh Kuehn and 1 each for Cam Miles, Elijah Freeman, and James Daniel. Josh Kuehn of the game winner. Player of the game, I'm going to split it. I'm going to give half of it to Josh Kuehn for having 2 goals, including the game winner. And Justin Iannuccilli is going to get the other half because he was a master in net. And The board reads 34 shots. They shorted them a bunch. I'm pretty sure it was over 40. It may be 45. JP2 may have gotten off 45 shots. No matter what, Iannuccilli was really, really good. He buckled down the net after JP2 went up 3-1 late in the second. I really thought they were going to run off at that point, but no, I was proven wrong. As Father Ryan have gone up 5-2 on Indy with 19 seconds to go, so it's going to be Father Ryan taking on it's going to be Father Ryan taking on the Rampage next Wednesday. In the Henry Hine Cup Winners Bracket semifinals. And that game, that Father Ryan Indy game is over now. Father Ryan win 5-2, so the entirety of the first round of the Hine Cup is complete. So the top four seeds Cup all won in the first round. Station Camp, Centennial, Father Ryan, and Rutherford. So Indy will play Mount Juliet on Monday in a Hine Cup elimination game, while Ryan will play Rutherford next Wednesday in the other winners bracket semi. Hendersonville Ravenwood, because for some reason the live box score is not up. And I'm not gonna sit here and make you wait for a final. So I don't guess. I guess we're not going to know anything about that Hendersonville Ravenwood game and start actually live scoring it, entering everything in. So I don't know if Franklin's going to play tomorrow night over on the north end, the other Preds Cup Losers Bracket first round game. But we're going to be here for it. 8:25 pregame for an 8:30 face-off. But wow. Unbelievable. For the second straight year, the 8 seed still alive in the Predators Cup. The Outlaws will be one of the final 6 as they knock off JP2 in this one 5-4 with But yeah, wow, what a moment for the Outlaws. One of the biggest wins in program history. First time they've ever won a game in the Predators Cup. Because the last time they played in the Predators Cup was 2019, and it was the 8-9 game with Mount Juliet, and they lost 7-0. And that dropped them into the Hine Cup. All right, I got to do what I always do, which is go over the departing seniors from the eliminated teams. So JP2 are going to be saying goodbye to Nick Pellegrino, Coleman Glidewell, Nick Hollis, and they're both their goaltenders, Matthew Simmons and Jacob Benoit. They're also seniors, so their time in GNASH is done. Benoit was a member of the team last year. He was the backup to Anthony Pellegrino. That's the big question. Is Anthony Pellegrino going to come back next year? Because, of course, he moved up to Boston, enrolled at the Boston Hockey Academy, but he got no playing time up there. He was actually here at the game tonight. He was actually here. So I would not be surprised if Anthony came back for his senior season next year. I hope he does. We really missed him this year. JP2 really missed him this year. They could have used Anthony Pellegrino this year. They had the offensive talent. They just didn't have the complete goaltending. Anyway, that is it. Again, tomorrow night at 8:25, pregame at 8:25 for either Hendersonville or Ravenwood taking on Franklin in the other Preds Cup Losers Bracket first round game over on the North Rink here in Antioch. But again, our final score tonight, the 8 seed Tennessee Outlaws still in the Predators Cup, moving on to the Losers Bracket quarterfinals as they beat 5 seed JPII-MLK. Preds Cup down from 8 to 7. 15 teams still playing GNASH hockey in 2024-25. I am Michael Hackney. Thank you all so much for listening. Good night, everybody, from Antioch. Talk to you again tomorrow night at 8:25 for the elimination game between either Hendersonville and Ravenwood versus Franklin. Good night.